In the beginning, the mighty Father created the world. When he was done, he filled it with beauty and glamour all around, stood in the center of the world and sprinkled every corner with precious stones. Rainbows of beauty glowed with splendor from the stones, reflecting beautiful lights in the eyes of men. The mighty Father went back to the heavens and called his Son to show him the elegance that he called earth. It is magnificent, Father, said the Son, but you forgot one place. There, pointed the Son, in the center of Africa. The land his father stood when he threw the stones to every corner of the globe. Quick, said the Father, take the remaining stones and cover that empty spot. The Son went back to the heavens to collect all the remaining stones: diamonds, rubies, emeralds, sapphires, cobalt, coltan, and every stone that would make the place, and threw them all there. The Son called the place the land of beautiful stones, for it had half of the stones and others the rest of the world never had. Man was created and was given by the Father the rock of lights for their protection and dominion over everything. Every time men made the Father angry, he buried the stones, except for the rock of lights. And for many generations, kingdoms rose, and so did evil increase, sending the rest of the stones deep down under the ground. Envious of the rock of lights, other kingdoms killed to possess it. The Father buried it, never to be found by man. Darkness engulfed all around.
In the world's strongest kingdom, deep in the heart of Africa, a rock of lights was found. Dug from the heart of the earth, perfectly mesmerizing. It was the most beautiful stone that man had ever seen. Beautifully refined, brighter than the brightest stars, it glowed day and night. On every third hour of the third day of the third month, His Royal Highness watched his whole kingdom dance in a circle around the rock of lights, perfectly aligned with the moon, shining lights on the foreheads of the anointed warriors. The rock was clearer than the clearest water. It was guarded by King Shamu's strongest warriors, for within the storm lay the glory of the kingdom.
Chris is interrupted by Isioma's muffled voice saying,
Open the door.
Scene 2, present day. Isioma and Chris in the living room. Chris stands with a towel in his hand, drying his hair. Isioma stands in the doorway. She holds a push bike. Chris bursts out laughing.
Is this supposed to be funny?
You're not serious. You're serious. How did this happen?
Is that a rhetorical question?
No, I'm not being... Wait, what does that mean? Rhetorical.
That's a figure of speech, like a question to make a point but does not need an answer because you already know it.
I know the answer. I know the answer. What was the question?
Exactly my point.
Okay, I understand. No, wait. Can you explain it just a little bit more?
Oh, forget about it.
Oh, I get it now. This is great.
What?
It's great.
It's not great. I still have my studies to worry about.
How about our family, huh? Were you not the one that said you couldn't wait until we hold our first child? That you wanted the baby to look like Idris Elba? Why would you want our baby to look like Idris Elba?
No, you're the one who said that because you want to be just like him one day.
Therefore, you don't want a baby after how many times we've talked about it.
I do, just not when I haven't even finished uni yet.
But you'll be done in a month.
Regardless, I can't have a baby before I'm married. You know that. How do you think my father will think of me? Oh, Isioma, you're a disgrace to the Yoruba people.
All right. Let's get married then.
Seriously?
Seriously?
You're proposing with a shirt, a dirty shirt.
I think of it as a diamond. But I'll get you a proper one day. Of course, after I save up some money.
It's not going to work, Chris.
Why not? Why do you always say it's not going to work?
Because it hadn't in the past.
Because you never said yes.
You wanted me to say yes? Who proposes to someone after only knowing them 1 week?
A month.
It makes no difference.
Your friend Maya got married at 17. Did she know the guy for long? No. What about your other friend with the lazy eyes, Georgina? Yeah, she was only 16. And how about Denise and Shirley? All married now with children.
That's because their parents arranged their marriages.
Let me meet your parents then. They can arrange our marriage.
Oh, no way. I'm not having an arranged marriage.
Soon you will do. At 22, you could have had 2 kids by now. But you want to live with your parents in the basement.
Even if they arranged my marriage, it wouldn't be with you.
Why?
I have to shower. I smell like a dead pigeon.
But why?
Listen, honey. We don't have money to have a baby yet, and I'm still studying, and you're not Idris Elba, and the business hasn't taken off yet.
But I love you. And that's what matters. Have money or not, the joy of having you by my side is all I need. There's nobody in this world I would want to spend the rest of my life with other than you. I want you to be the mother of our children.
Did you memorize that from a movie?
Speaking of movie, you need to rehearse that scene.
Scene 3, Mythic. King Leopold II, the ruler of the Belgians. In his hand, he holds a shiny star, and in the other a cigarette. He's seated next to a table with freshly made tea. Henry enters.
You called for me, Lord?
I'm impressed with your recent discoveries in Africa, Mr. Stanley. It sounds as if the land has vast riches.
It does. Although there is a slight problem. People walk for days only to work for hours. Bringing the commodity to the port is still a challenge. Imagine the successes if a railway was in place.
Is that correct? Of course, I can imagine all the kingdoms at your feet pleading to buy your service to inaugurate this wealthy land, Mr. Stanley.
My findings will only be for the glory of British Crown. A little bit of fortune to add to the cause.
Indeed.
May I ask, what is the purpose of your unexpected visit?
I want you to gather some men and go to the Congo.
For what purpose? Ivory trades, triangular trade? It brings good fortune.
I want you to do missionary work.
But sire,
Spread the good message. Our first mission is for every Negro to know God. Make sure they take you as their spiritual father and then teach them submission and obedience.
it is a very generous offer, but I have to return to London at once, Your Highness, and seek appointment with the King.
This is a great cause. One of the greatest expeditions you'll ever partake in, Mr. Stanley.
I am not interested in spreading the word of God.
Your sense of humor amuses me. That's the missionary's work. I have a different task for you to complete. Build roads from the mouth of the Congo to the Crystal Mountains. I want you to lead that establishment. Get all the chiefs of the villages to sell you men that will extract rubber for us.
Rubber. All the Italians, the Germans, and the French are in Africa for ivory, sir. As a matter of fact, Great Britain is making big profits from it.
Ivory is a thing of the past.
I hope you're not thinking of trading bicycles, sir. That idea is absurd.
It's not the bicycle. It's the tires we'll make money from. Everyone in the world will soon line up to own one. I want Belgium to have control over every spill and piece of it. You'll die a wealthier man than anyone can imagine.
Suppose I considered your offer and opened up the lands to you. What would Britain think of me?
Rise and shine, Henry. Don't let your feet overshadow another man's mind. After this, you'll be the greatest explorer to ever walk the face of the earth. And of course, there'll be a great ransom for you. Map every trace and record every treasure.
Excuse me. Why are we doing this thing?
To get a better picture!
I thought I was just doing the editing of the doco. Nobody said anything about acting.
Oh,
I'm just a sound mixer.
King Leopold is a keen player to the whole story.
I've got an idea. How about you continue doing the boring stuff, and then we go do the fun stuff? Huh?
Scene 4, documentary. Video footage plays. Chris is narrating.
In the 15th century, the Portuguese, the Dutch, and the Arabs raided African kingdoms for their work. Black men and women stolen, captured or kidnapped by African kings, and sold to their white masters. Those kingdoms that resisted were soon to face the wrath of the Belgians. When the Belgians arrived, they tricked the resisting kingdoms to sign a contract they could only read, in exchange for food and clothes. In 1885, the Conference of Berlin was called for the European nation to allocate who gets which African territory. The Congo was given King Leopold II, the Congo Free State, we called it, his absolute monarch. He wanted ivory, but there wasn't enough for the Belgian king. He needed wealth bad and fast. That's when the automobile was invented, and the price of rubber skyrocketed. The king shifted his focus from ivory to rubber.
Scene 7, mythic. Men and women are in a line connected with a chain around their necks, their hands tied with shackles on their feet. It's raining. A guard inspects their teeth, ears, and eyes, then removes their chains. They're given a knife and a container.
State your name and where you're from. Hey! You are no different from the rest. I'll shoot you like a dog when I get my orders. Now state your name.
Open. We start extracting rubber from dawn. It's beautiful here, but you don't get to see the beauty of that sunrise. You don't get to see the sunset either. Sometimes you don't get to see the sun at all. Like today, that rain takes away the beauty only creeks can get filled with forest and muggy waters. It's times like these the frogs rejoice, crickets cry. Their songs give you a sense of security, but when they are quiet, you know someone is approaching. Maybe someone nice, maybe someone bad. My personal friends are now a knife, and a leg, and a vase, and another man that works behind me on my left. I once gave orders, commanded orders. Now, I follow orders. I was a king once, passed on to me by my father, His Majesty King Shamu Lukunda Waba Congo. They still call me king. I am open.
I have an idea. When one of them comes to check, we can kill him. What do you think, King?
Measure your words, servant.
Well, that's how we're going to get out of this dump and you can be king once again. You like that idea?
Measure your words, servant. If my identity is discovered, it will cost the kingdom more blood.
I have another idea, Your Majesty. We will paint ourselves in mud. That's how the won't see us because we are too black to be seen, eh? It's really a good idea. Oh, it's really a bad idea.
You should learn to use less of the stuff. It will be that reason they will come and collect.
Why did you stop working? You either work or you lose your hand.
The soldier approaches Obed, wanting to cut off his hand. The robber man stops him and tackles him. Obed runs.
Quick! Quick! They are after me! Take Grace and go to Brazzaville.
Brazzaville?
You won't be safer there.
What about you?
I will help you escape.
Oh, how am I supposed to survive alone?
Obed goes and brings out a box and takes a diamond and gives it to her.
What if I lose it? What if someone steals it?
You have to trust me, okay? Take the children and go. Now!
Scene 8 documentary. A number of images of people with their hands cut off are displayed on the screen.
Soldiers were handed a number of ammunitions and told to bring proof that they have used one. The right hand of the victim. The soldiers would lay these hands down before their white masters. Baskets full of smoked hands. One soldier, however, was punished for having to return with 18 hands after being given 19 bullets. The soldiers ran back to the village to cut off a hand of a little girl who still breathes. The little girl died 3 days later from the condition she was left in. 2 women were brought up before an officer who demanded where their chief was. They either did not know or did not want to tell. The officer ordered them to be secured, laid down on the ground, lined up with soldiers who proceeded to stroke them with 50 chicotes each. The floggings continued until each of them received 200 lashes. Finally, the officer ordered his men to cut off their breasts of each woman and then leave them there to die where they lay. The king's possession of the country caused many deaths. Belgium took over control, changing the country from Congo Free State to Belgium Congo. This transition brought an end to the king's venture. For 6 decades, Congo Free State experienced the most horrifying atrocities man had ever seen. The Congo's natural resources had been stripped to a great extent, from ivory, rubber, copper, and later on uranium, which was mostly used to manufacture the bombs in World War II, like Little Boy, the bomb that was dropped in Hiroshima. The interest in these minerals resulted in a great decrease in population.
Scene 9, present day. Chris throws the script away and goes to sit down, all to the surprise of Isioma and Aziza. A photograph of a small child with one of her hands cut off comes to the screen. Why did you stop? We need to keep going.
I don't want to keep going.
Hey, why?
There's too much information. We need to cut some back.
Why?
Besides, I don't like the script.
But these are facts. Just what we need.
I don't like them.
We need facts. We want facts. We want everyone to know facts.
Weren't there any other information you could have put in the script? Only this?
Is this making you upset?
No, it's not.
Well, so?
Why didn't you include anything about the Congolese fighting back against the Belgians? Killing a few of them too, you know. No offense, but why do we always have to be the victims? Massacred, like we didn't have strong men to stand up against our enemies.
Belgians had guns.
And Congolese had strong men with spears.
You do know there's a difference, right?
This upsetting you.
I said it's not. How about including some great things that have been done in the Congo, huh? Like the hospitals, the best hospitals ever built in Congo for the Africans. Or our biggest hydraulic plant that could ever power the entire continent. Or the biggest boxing match ever recorded in Congo. Why don't you include that in the video?
But that didn't happen until the Belgians had left.
Rumble in the Jungle, 1974.
Include that in the video. Nobody wants to hear about the mass killings and head choppings and all those sad stories. If you really want to talk about Congo, talk about the victories as well. Not just the dooms and glooms.
The video is about the story of the Congo. And this is the story of the Congo. We can't leave it because people are fed up with these stories. It's what makes the Congo. Good or bad, these things happened and people need to know about it.
They already know these things. You don't need to remind them.
No, they don't. They're Australian.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any difference. How old was that child?
I don't know.
Remove it from the
7?
video.
Oh, if we remove it, how is the world going to know about these things?
Sometimes it's better to leave things in the past. In the past.
Then how do you think people will know what they did was wrong if you never want to talk about it?
Whatever a white man does is never wrong, as long as it's done to a black man.
And that's why it's important for us to include these things, because people need to be aware about it.
Nobody gives a damn about what happened in the 1800s, especially if it happened in Congo. They don't care about what's happening now.
They will after this video.
And what makes you so sure?
Why do you have anger in your tone?
I don't. This is how I talk.
I know how you talk.
So,
I also know when you're angry.
I am not angry.
Then why do you act like you don't want to help?
I didn't say I don't want to help. I just don't like those photos. And what are you doing? Can you stop?
Are you kidding me? This footage is great. It's great for the documentary.
It's only a 10-minute video.
No, I would love to hear more about Chris's story.
I have no story to tell you. This thing is supposed to be about Congo, not me.
Yeah, but you're Congolese. I mean, when did you leave and why? Tell us exactly what happened.
I'm the night enter. That's all. Now, can you stop recording?
Your story is more interesting.
I didn't agree to do a video about my life. Now, this thing is getting out of hand. You're invading the house. I asked you politely.
Hello, children of Earth. I come in pieces. You guys
Oh,
got any food in here?
You can't be seen.
sorry, I didn't tell you, but I told Bob to bring his kid just to speed up the process.
I hope I didn't interrupt anything. I just need something to entertain my mouth.
And you hate to come here to entertain your mouth, huh?
Bro,
Don't you have a house?
chill.
Chill.
Your
It's
thing
telling me
is
to chill.
empty. You need to go to shopping. There's only water in there.
Okay.
That's it. I want you out of my house. Get out of the house.
Come on,
I
babe.
want them out now.
I just got here. Did I do anything wrong?
Oh, come on, Bob.
Do you have food in your house?
No. I'm sorry. I feel horrible.
Okay, no, I should apologize.
Maybe doing this video thing was a bad idea.
No, don't say that.
I don't want to start thinking about Congo this, Congo that.
I understand, but if you don't want to be a part of it, but it means a lot to me.
I know. And I want to help, but if it starts making me feel uncomfortable, then I won't help. I'm sorry.
I understand. I want to show you something.
Miss Yoma goes to the room and brings out a sealed envelope. She takes out an ultrasound photo and shows it to Chris. Chris looks at it, overwhelmed.
No. Hey.
Scene 14, documentary. We hear a male voice narrating.
In Maputo, the ruler of Zaire. 30 years in power, no election, no say. Corruption was still the motto. Doctors weren't being paid, teachers were protesting every week. Road hadn't been fixed for decades. The luxury of life was turning into When Maputo fell sick, the country fell into lawlessness. In 1997, Laurent Kabila overthrew his corrupt regime. He renamed the country from Zaire to Demo. Blah, 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 blah. Within 3 years, Kabila was dead, assassinated by his own bodyguard. Can you imagine that? The country fell into the hands of his commander, chief, the army, his own son, Joseph Kabila. Tension rose. While the neighboring country, Rwanda, was
Okay,
fighting.
stop. Woo! Something's missing. I'm not really feeling the flow.
What do you
We have to convince Chris to come back.
We don't have much time, okay? We can't keep waiting on someone who doesn't add anything to
It
this.
won't be the same without him. His accent is authentic. It's missing this.
Who cares about the authentic accent of the narrator? All that matters is the politics of the story and how we tell it.
Please keep your voice down. Chris is sleeping. We're lucky he's still letting us use his house.
I'm just saying, it has to be more than just a little 2 minutes and goodbye, Charlie. I'm thinking about the story that affected the people. This could be the route to justice.
And how are you planning to do that without Chris? The one person that can bring first-hand experience to the table.
That's why we're researching it, isn't it? I mean, what's the point of the script if we can just ask him? Oh, I forgot. He doesn't want to be part of it because he doesn't give a damn if we fail or not.
Aziza, shut up!
You see? You are self-obsessed.
Oh!
You don't care about the politics or social justice. All you care about is yourself. Whatever the case may be, I can't submit this assignment late. If I fail, I lose my scholarship and get deported back to Zimbabwe.
Oh, talking about self-obsession. You're sticking onto this so that your grades could look good. Is that the meaning of care for politics or social justice? Is it? You make me sick.
What should make you sick is dating Chris for your Insta followers to see that you have an authentic African boy.
Are you jealous because you don't have one?
I don't need one. All I need is to pass this damn project. Now, can we continue? We're running out of time.
We can't continue without Chris. What's going on?
I was thinking about what you said. I think it's time for me to meet your family.
Are you sure about this?
Certainly. It's about time.
What about your acting training?
All great actors have families too.
Mom? Dad? This is Chris.
Welcome. Please have a seat. I am Mahamefuna Nonochuku, or Afa for short. I am also the father of that beautiful flower, Shoma, and the husband of this goddess here. Her name is Ezechi Benechuku, but you can call her Izzy.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Madam.
Call me mother-in-law. Can we offer you anything to drink? Beer, wine, champagne?
No, madam. Mother. Just water.
Water?
Bring him water.
So, who are you?
I am Chris, the son of Maria, Obed, and Benefai Mabel.
Okay. So, what are you here for?
I came to ask for permission to marry your daughter.
Oh, he wants to marry our daughter.
So, what are you?
Sorry, I'm not following your question.
Are you a doctor?
No, madam.
You're not a doctor. Are you an engineer then?
No, I am not.
I hope you're not a politician.
So, what exactly is your daily activity? A psychiatrist? A dentist? Bank manager or?
An actor.
Oh my goodness!
This Yoma, come here. After your father specifically told you about the man you should marry,
You have lost your mind. Out of all the Indians and the Chinese in this city, you are bringing us an actor? I'm blaming you. Is this actor's salary enough to pay for this mortgage?
You couldn't even find a student is man. These people pay up to $100,000, but no, you want an actor. What do you think I'm going to pay?
Dad, were you a doctor when you met Mom? I don't even want this dowry thing.
This is insanity.
It's okay, Papa. Sit down before you get a heart attack.
I also run a small business.
Oh. Okay. Listen, sit down, young man. You know, it's here to marry our daughter. Continue, my son. Please excuse my wife. She always overreacts unnecessarily sometimes.
I import and export supplies of food across Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, etc.
Oh, Ishama, you are still here. Please, go and get water for our visitor. This throat is dehydrating. You know, I also wanted to be an actor myself before I met this my lovely wife here.
Show him the little things we used to do.
Don't make our guests uncomfortable.
Come on.
Okay, just a little bit. To be and not to be, that is the question. Whether this nobler to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous person, eh?
Very good, sir. Why did you stop?
You know, in Australia, you can't really be an actor. Who's going to hire you? Neighbors?
Why didn't you bring a glass of water for your father? All children of this generation.
It's
Why don't you have manners?
It's okay. We need to give him a list of the things we need, included in queue, including the diary. We should have the wedding on the beach. Invite everyone in the city. Let them know our daughter is getting
But
married.
he hasn't proposed yet.
You haven't proposed? You know, women don't like it when you take your time. You don't have all the time in the world. You have to make her happy. Proposed or not, there's no difference. I didn't propose to your mother. I met her 3 weeks before our wedding. It's normal.
Yes, your father was very much in love and he didn't even know how I looked. But his family was really wealthy.
Mom, this isn't Nigeria, where we get married for money.
Why do you think your mother married me? A man who is not able to provide for you isn't want to be with you. And that is why your mother loves me. And even now, I still love her. Any man that wants to marry my daughter must have money for it. You seem like a decent young man. But as you know, Ishama here will soon graduate. And not from all these small institutions.
Yes.
You are a lucky young man. There is my good friend's son, what's his name again? Uche. He came here just last week asking for her hand in marriage. But I said no. She's still studying. But for you, we can make an exception because she knows you better. Give me the list. Yeah. Can you manage that?
100 cows. All right. I can manage. I have a friend. He's a farmer. They sell cattle for $120.
Oh, no. One cow is $1,000.
Where is your family? Are they here? We need to meet your father.
I don't have a father. My mother is back in Congo.
What does she do?
She's in the family business.
Oh, that is lovely. What kind of business is
Okay,
that?
Dad, can you stop?
Okay, you can continue with questions later. Don't forget to include mother's clothes, shoes, and handbag, the father's suit, a watch and shoes, as well as uncle's commission.
We can even find out the prices here so that you can give us in money form.
Is your mother the one we should contact for the right price, or is there someone else who lives here in Brisbane?
I will let you know.
Congo is next to Rwanda. Were you there around that time of genocide?
It was very horrific what happened there. Tribal war made its way to the country.
Very horrific. Africans hating on one another.
Says another African.
You know, this thing was all over the news like 15 years ago.
When did you leave?
Thank you for your hospitality, sir, madam. But I have to get going now.
Already?
Oh, we haven't cooked. Maybe Isioma can make you something quick.
Oh no, it is okay. I ate before coming.
Come again soon. Huh?
He doesn't like talking about Congo.
Scene 17. 10-year-old Chris is playing with his brother Aime. We hear gunshots and explosions that wound Aime. Chris, where is your brother? Where is my son? I want you to go to the back door, okay? Don't let anyone see you. You are all I have now, and I want you to be strong, okay? I will be behind you. Those people are very bad. They don't like us. When you get outside, I want you to run as fast as you can. Are you here? Listen to me. Don't look back.
What's my brother?
I will go get him.
She takes out a freshly cut diamond and gives it to him.
I want you to keep this. My mother gave it to me and I want you to keep it safe. Go!
Why wouldn't you open the door? Who do you think you are? You know, stand up!
Black shorts, sandals, and a yellow shirt. That's what my brother was wearing. It's the last day I held his hand. I can vividly see his smile as he waved goodbye every morning before school. His body lies beneath the ground where there is no air to pollute it. His dignity is diluted while he screams, "Run, little brother, run!" My mother wore her favorite t-shirt. She looked beautiful. It's too quiet. There is no light in the heart of man. Money can't make life, but as long as you have life, you can make money.
Scene 18, present day. Chris and Isioma are in an awkward silence. No one wants to say a word. They're both angry.
Where have you been?
Why?
I tried to call. Why wouldn't you answer my mom?
Why should I?
How do you think your first impression was?
Does it matter?
Of course it does.
Where I'm from, their parents are supposed to accept you for who you are, not what they want you to be. If that's the case, they might as well arrange your marriage with your best friend's son. And how come you never told me about Uche?
Because I'm old enough to choose who I want to spend the rest of my life with, not them.
It seems like you need their approval to be with me first.
Don't try to avoid the question. Why did you pack up and leave all of a sudden when they asked you about Rwanda?
Because I am not from Rwanda. I'm Congolese. If they wanted to know anything, they should ask me about Congo. And amongst all of that, you just stood there and said nothing.
Because you've never told me anything about anything. I also want to know. That's what you always do when it comes out about your past. How can I marry someone I barely know?
You are not marrying my past.
Am I supposed to not know it?
How would that change anything?
At least I'll know something about you and your background.
I left my country when I was young. That is it.
Is that why you left? I mean, where did you go? Are you ignoring me? You know, my parents are furious. They don't want you and I to go ahead. They're worried about everything. They don't think you can pay the dowry.
What did they expect I would get the money from? Huh? Oh, that's right. Because I'm Congolese, I've got diamonds and rubies lying around everywhere.
They hold on to their forefathers' traditions. What would you expect?
I would expect you to tell me that in Nigeria, a cow costs $1,000.
That's normal to an African woman. You should know that.
Why? Because I've done this before?
Because we both have the same tradition.
No, we don't.
Well, that's the reality and you'll have to deal with it. Now, what are we going to do?
I don't know.
Well, maybe it's not the right time to have a baby.
What does that mean? What are you really trying to say?
We can't get married. I mean, so what am I supposed to do? You know I'll be disowned if my parents found out about the baby before I'm married.
We're going to get married before it shows up there.
How?
I'm going to find something. Maybe some gold. Maybe some diamonds.
So, you just have diamonds laying around? Which diamond? I hope you're not talking about my jewelry. They're all fake. Where did you get it? Is it real?
It's real?
We have to take it to a specialist to check its worth. Are you telling me this whole time we've been living in this 50s apartment broke and you have a diamond but you just keep it sitting there? What do you want it to do, like multiply?
It was passed on to me by my mother. She got it from her mother, who also gave it to her by her mother. I am the 5th generation to possess it.
5th generation to possess it?
The successive king.
What are you talking about?
This diamond is what's left of King Shamu's kingdom.
King Shamu's kingdom?
My great-great-great-grandfather was a king. That diamond was once the beacon of his kingdom. He died trying to protect it so that the next line of kings would survive. It was passed on to the next generation for the value of its people. Or maybe not anymore.
You're joking, right? I mean, king, if your great-great-grandfather was a king, that means that, fuck. I mean, sorry, but fuck. I mean, you can't sell it.
I have to.
Yes,
I have no choice.
yes, you do. This is like a part of who you are. This is your culture. Your family sacrificed their life for this.
They made their choice. It's time for me to make mine.
Right, but you're just gonna sell your culture for your own selfishness? You should be proud of your culture and keep it close.
You're preaching culture now. How about I'm not going to do all that bright stuff? I can never throw my culture away, regardless of how far I've come. I'm very proud of where I'm from. I am not like you.
What do you mean by that?
You're always trying to make yourself look good for others. Oh, I want this video to be authentic by using you. Where is your African authenticity? You don't even have an accent.
That doesn't mean I've lost my culture. I still know it and I will teach it to my children and their children. Nothing can make me throw away my identity, my heritage. Oh, what did we miss?
I hope you all didn't evict all the residents from the fridge. I need to kiss some of them.
Is that real? Scene 19, present day. Chris sets up the camera to leave a message to his future son.
I am Christian Abel, the son of Beelfat Abel and Maria Obe. My older brother Ibe was killed right before my eyes. My mother too was captured. I was forced to mine coltan. I still feel the lashes that stroke my back every time I refuse to dive under. I still remember the color of the clothes my friends wore when they last saw the sunlight. Without a harness, I went down to the ditch to find the precious stones. In muddy holes I dug and dangerous rocks I climbed. On a rainy day, the rocks collapsed while I was stood upon and I fell under. And for the next 3 hours, I wasn't to see the sunlight, just like my friends who had gone. Grasping on that last bit of air that circulated around the collapsed rocks, water was now slowly flooding the hole too. I had seen it happen to my close friends who were laying next to me. I am sorry for